When I first found out that I was pregnant, I was really young, in my early 20s. And so I was really scared and I was afraid to tell the father, my parents. I didn't know if I could take care of a baby. I didn't know if I was capable of that, not only financially, but emotionally or physically. I just didn't know if I could do it. And the father definitely made it clear that he didn't want to, move on with the pregnancy either. I feel like there was a lot of negative voices at the time. I kind of pushed my own parents away because I didn't want to tell them that I was even considering an abortion, because I just, in my heart, I knew that that wasn't the right decision, especially for me. But the father and his family definitely had a stronger voice, and it was a little more on the negative side, really trying to convince me that we weren't going to be able to do this, and this was kind of our only option. So I feel like maybe if I'd had other voices that were supportive and kind of hearing my side of it, the situation may have been a little bit easier to go through. When I went into the clinic before the procedure, there was definitely no support from the team, the medical team that was there. There was nobody questioning, like, are you okay? How do you feel? I was just alone through the whole process, and I don't think any of them cared that I was maybe feeling conflicted at the time. I feel like maybe they should have had some sort of counselor or somebody that these women could talk to, and maybe you needed to go cry or just get something out. But it was basically you just walk in, you get the procedure, and you walk out, and nobody cared to follow up with you to make sure you were okay. So it was a very lonely thing to go through. Definitely the first 24 hours afterwards, I was very, very numb. At the time, I didn't realize that I was becoming very depressed. But looking back, I can definitely see the signs of it going into a deep depression. And then I think I buried a lot of those emotions for several years. I think I just wanted to avoid even thinking about it or admitting that it happened. I guess I was almost ashamed at that point and upset with myself. My life was very chaotic, I feel like, afterwards. I definitely got into drugs and drinking a lot. I think it was just numbing. I was trying to numb myself because I didn't want to feel those feelings, and I don't think I was ready to really accept what had happened. So I was just trying to push it all aside, and I definitely let myself get away from God, which was very scary and not safe feeling. And that was for several years afterwards. Thanks to alternatives and the post-abortion counseling, I feel really good about myself now. Before it was definitely, I felt like I needed to punish myself a lot for what happened, and didn't think that I could ever get back to God or my church family. And thanks to alternatives, even though I still feel emotional about the situation, it's a better emotional state. What I wish I would have known is that I didn't have to try to make this decision alone. Even though I didn't feel like I could turn to my family, there is people out there that care about what I wanted or what I was feeling. There are places where your voice can be heard and you can get help through whatever decision that it is you're going to make. I have 3 children now, and going through pregnancy and getting to meet your baby for the first time is so emotional, and it's so overwhelming, and it's just one of the best things that I think I've ever done in my life, and I definitely wouldn't change any of that for the world.